I woke up thinking today would be perfect. Our 6th anniversary. I made breakfast and planned a small dinner. I always believed that even though my company was small, my love for Sophia was big enough to make her proud. She was the shining CEO. I was just the tech nerd who loved her. Happy anniversary, Soph, I called when she came downstairs. She barely glanced at me. Busy day. I have early meetings. I forced a smile. We can celebrate later. No promises, she said. Her voice was flat cold. I told myself she was stressed. She always carried the weight of the company. I admired her. I trusted her. I believed she loved me. In the car, she stared at her phone. Daniel is arriving today, she muttered. I chuckled. Your investor crush? She didn't smile. Don't joke. He's important. I swallowed. Sorry. She stepped out of the car without saying goodbye. All day I worked. My startup was struggling, but I believed I would turn it around. For her. For us. In the evening, I brought flowers to her office, hoping to surprise her. The front desk girl smiled sadly. She's in the meeting room. With Daniel. I walked toward the door. I heard voices. Daniel laughed. You really plan to dump him? Sophia replied. He's dead weight. He makes me look weak. Daniel, if we announce our engagement after the merger, my image rises. I need to end this marriage cleanly. My heart froze. I pressed my ear closer. Daniel asked, he won't fight back? She scoffed. Ethan is pathetic. He depends on me. I'll say he was toxic, controlling. People will believe me. They trust me more. Daniel whispered, I like the sound of Mrs. Pierce. She giggled. Soon. I couldn't breathe. My fingers trembled. My chest burned. I whispered, no, please stop. Daniel continued, you think he loves you? Sophia said, he worships me and that makes him pathetic. Those words stabbed deeper than any knife. I backed away, heart racing. I thought about bursting in. I imagined screaming. But I stood frozen. I couldn't even cry. I simply walked out, gripping the flowers until petals tore. Outside, night air hit me, but I felt nothing. My thoughts crashed. How could she? After everything? After the nights I stayed awake working, believing we were a team? I gave her my loyalty. She planned to trade me like trash. I sat in my car. My mouth was dry. My hands shook. I kept hearing her voice repeating, pathetic, dead weight, dump him. I whispered to myself, I still love her. Why do I still love her? Tears finally slipped. I wiped them angrily. No, don't cry. Don't break. But I was breaking. Hours later she came home. You're still awake? She asked casually. I forced a smile. Yeah, just working. She nodded. I'm tired. Good night. She kissed my cheek without looking at me. I lay in bed beside her, staring at the ceiling. She slept peacefully. I swallowed every scream building in my chest. I whispered, Happy anniversary, Sophia. My voice cracked. The next morning she was oddly bright. Daniel loved the plants, she said. We might make history. I stared at my empty cup. You two make a powerful team. She squinted. Jealous? Just curious, I said quietly. Ethan, don't act insecure. Focus on your startup. I handle the real world. I swallowed the pain. Do we matter anymore? She blinked slowly. We're fine. Stop looking for problems. I whispered, Are you happy with me? She grabbed her bag. Don't ask dramatic questions before work. When she left, silence wrapped the house. I pressed my palm to the table to steady myself. I muttered, I love you and you don't even see me. The truth crushed me. She had stopped loving me long before yesterday. I had been clinging to a ghost, blind and hopeful, not seeing that the person I loved had already let me go. I felt like a stranger in my own home, a shadow pretending to be alive. Just empty. That was the moment I died inside. I sat in my office signing a stack of documents. I trusted Sophia's legal team. I didn't read every page. I just signed. My assistant, Jordan, muttered, Boss, you sure about these papers? I shrugged. Sophia said they're standard. I trust her. He frowned. I don't trust her. I laughed weakly. She's my wife. Minutes later, the doors burst open. Police stormed in, yelling, Everyone step back. I jumped up. What's going on? The officer barked, Ethan Cole, you're accused of forgery and financial fraud. I stared. Fraud? I didn't steal anything. They cuffed my hands. My employees looked horrified. Jordan whispered, Boss, say something. I shouted, I didn't do this. They dragged me through the hallway. Reporters were already outside. Cameras flashed. Ethan, did you scam your own company? Is Sophia divorcing you because you're a criminal? Are you going to prison? I yelled, it's not true. Sophia suddenly appeared at the door, placing a hand over her mouth dramatically. Ethan? What happened? I glared at her. You know damn well what happened. She feigned confusion. I told you to read everything you sign. I can't help you now. I gasped. You set me up. She stepped back. How could you accuse me? The police shoved me into the car. At the station they questioned me. Why did you forge Sophia's company documents? I didn't. She gave me papers to sign. I trusted her. They sneered. Convenient excuse. Hours later they let me go on bail. My phone exploded with messages. You're a fraud. You're done. You ruined your wife. You deserve punishment. I walked out and saw Sophia, perfectly groomed for the cameras, saying, I love Ethan, but I had no idea what he was doing. I am heartbroken. I shouted, you liar. Security pushed me back. She looked at me like I was trash. I turned to her, voice breaking. Soft, tell them the truth. Please. She whispered coldly, I warned you. I felt nausea. Rage mixed with heartbreak. You want to destroy me. Why? She ignored me, walking toward Daniel. He hugged her. She leaned into him. You're safe with me, he told her softly. I froze, watching him touch her waist. That moment broke something inside me. I returned to my office the next morning, hoping someone would believe me. The building was quiet. My employees were packing. Jordan sighed, we can't work with someone accused of fraud. Clients backed out. We're closing. I whispered, I didn't do this. He hugged me. I know. But nobody else cares. When I went home, Sophia was waiting. She crossed her arms. I can't be seen with a criminal. Pack your things. I stared at her. You're kicking me out? Yes, she said calmly. You're poison to my name. My name? What about our marriage? She scoffed. Marriage? You embarrassed me on national news. I stepped closer. Sophia, I built my life around you. She looked away. That was your mistake. I grabbed my bag. I trusted you. I still love you. She laughed coldly. Love won't fix your reputation. I walked outside, holding the bag tightly. She followed, standing beside Daniel. He put his arm around her. I whispered, you replaced me in front of me. Sophia shrugged. Daniel believes in my vision. You never matched my level. Daniel smirked. It's nothing personal, Ethan. Just business. I snapped. My life isn't business. Sophia's eyes hardened. Get out. I whispered, you win. I turned away, feeling every muscle shaking. Daniel kissed her cheek as I walked down the driveway. She didn't flinch. I whispered to myself, how did I fall so low? Hours later, I sat on a bench outside the police station alone. I had no job, no company, no reputation, no home. My phone rang. I answered weakly. Hello? Ethan, it's Adam. I saw the news. Where are you? My voice cracked. I have nowhere. Come stay with me, he said firmly. I don't care what they said. I know you. I closed my eyes. Thank you. He picked me up minutes later. When we reached his small apartment, he pointed to the couch. You're safe here. I sank down. She took everything. Adam whispered, she can't take who you are. I stared blankly. She already did. He leaned closer. You're still you. I shook my head. No. She tried to erase me, and she succeeded. I sat on Adam's couch, staring at the peeling wallpaper. Every time I closed my eyes, Sophia's words echoed. Pathetic, dead weight, worthless. My stomach twisted. I hadn't eaten all day. My chest felt tight. Panic clawed at me, unrelenting. Adam knocked on the wall. Hey, stop staring at nothing. You're scaring me. My voice broke. Was I really nothing to her? Adam sat beside me. Ethan, listen. You're not nothing. You're more than she ever deserved. I know you can fight back. I shook my head. I can't. She took everything, my company, my life. I can't breathe without thinking about her with Daniel. Adam's voice softened. You don't have to do this alone. Come with me tomorrow. I want you to meet someone. She helped me when I needed clarity. Maybe she can help you. I barely nodded. Sleep didn't come that night. My mind replayed every betrayal. I dreamed of Sophia smiling at Daniel while I was dragged away. I woke gasping, covered in sweat. My hands shook. Morning came. Adam brought me to a small office. A woman with calm eyes smiled at me. "Hi, I'm Dr. Mia Reed," she said. "Adam told me you might need someone to talk to." I hesitated. I don't know if talking helps." She tilted her head. "It's not about talking. It's about understanding your own mind. About reclaiming yourself." I laughed bitterly. "My mind? Sophia destroyed it." She leaned forward. "No. You let her have power over it. That's different. We can fix that." Adam whispered, "See? Told you she's good." Dr. Mia looked at me directly. "Ethan, can you trust me?" I swallowed. I'll try." She smiled. "Good. Let's start small. Why don't you tell me what's happening inside right now?" "I feel empty. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I relive her betrayal every second. I'm scared of myself." "Why scared of yourself?" "Because I loved her so much I didn't see she was destroying me. I gave her everything, my heart, my trust, my company, and she laughed at it." Her eyes softened. "You can rebuild, Ethan. Pain is the price we pay for love. But only if we face it." I blinked, unsure. "Can pain really make me stronger?" She nodded. "Yes. But only if you let it and not let it control you." Over the next few days I returned to her office. Mostly dialogue, questions, answers. She didn't judge. She didn't coddle. She forced me to think. "Why do you define yourself by her approval?" she asked one afternoon. "I don't know," I whispered. "Because I thought I needed it to survive. Now I realize she controlled my survival." "Exactly," she said. "Reclaim your life. Not for her, not for Daniel, not even for me. For you." I left her office with a strange lightness in my chest. Not peace but hope. Lucas, an old colleague, stopped by the tiny apartment that evening. "Ethan, I heard what happened. Are you okay?" I shook my head. "No. I'm broken. I don't know if I can ever get back up." Lucas frowned. "You're stronger than this. I've seen your work. You can rebuild. Don't let one person erase years of effort." "I feel erased," I admitted, voice low. Like I never existed before her eyes. "You existed for me," he said firmly. "And you can exist for the world again. Start small." I nodded, swallowing the lump in my throat. Maybe he was right. That night, alone in Adam's couch, I whispered to the darkness. I gave her all my power. I trusted her more than myself. But maybe I can take it back. Tears came again, but this time they felt different. Not just sorrow. A small spark of defiance. I didn't sleep well, but for the first time in weeks, I didn't feel entirely defeated. Adam peeked in. "How are you holding up?" I forced a weak smile. "I'm alive." He nodded, satisfied. "Good. That's step one." I hugged my knees, staring at the ceiling. Alive, broken, but alive. I have to start somewhere. And in that broken, quiet apartment, I realized that maybe surviving meant accepting pain, but also fighting to reclaim my life. The road ahead was dark, but at least I could see it. I whispered softly, almost to myself, "I may be homeless, broken, but I am still alive." I sat in Adam's tiny apartment, laptop open, coffee cold, eyes dry from staring at code. "I can't fail," I whispered to myself. "I can't let her win." Adam peeked in. "Ethan, take a break. You've been at it 12 hours straight." "I don't have time to break," I muttered. "If I stop, she wins." "You can't build yourself while burning out," he said. "Let Michael see your progress tomorrow." I shook my head. "I need more than progress. I need proof I'm still alive. That I can matter again." Adam sighed. "Fine. But don't die on me before you even meet him." The next morning, I met Michael Hart in a sleek office. He smiled warmly. "Ethan, Adam tells me you've been working hard." "I've been focused," I said, keeping my hands steady. "I heard about your difficulties," he said gently. "And yet you built a prototype?" "Yes," I admitted. "It's AI-driven automation. It can analyze business processes in real time, optimize workflow, reduce errors." He leaned back. "Show me." I opened my laptop. "This model predicts operational bottlenecks before they happen. Look here." Michael's eyes widened. "Impressive. Very impressive. You did this alone?" I nodded. "Mostly. Late nights, no sleep, no distractions. I had to prove to myself I still exist." He leaned forward. "Ethan, I've seen a lot of young founders. You have talent. But more than that, grit. That's rare." I swallowed. "I don't want to fail again." "You won't," he said firmly. "I want to invest. This product, it can change the industry. But only if you believe in yourself first. I do, I said, voice firmer than I felt. I have to. Michael smiled, almost fatherly. Good. Register your company. Protect your intellectual property. Build carefully. Slowly, surely. I nodded. I will. I'm tired of being erased. Then build. Not for revenge. Not for anyone else. For you. I stepped out of his office feeling heavier and lighter at the same time. Heavy with responsibility. Light with hope. Back at Adam's apartment, I whispered, I don't want to destroy her. I want to build myself. Adam grinned. That's the spirit. Now stop talking in code. I smiled weakly, turning back to the laptop. Nights blurred into mornings. Coffee replaced meals. I iterated, tested, reworked. Every failure felt like a punch, but every small victory was fuel. Lucas visited briefly. Ethan, heard you're working on something big, he said. I nodded. AI automation. I want to prove I'm still relevant. That I matter. You do matter, he said. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Not Sophia, not the media, not yourself. I almost forgot how it felt to believe in me, I said softly. I was nothing, and now I want to be everything. Lucas clapped my shoulder. Good. Keep going. The world doesn't know what it's about to see. I worked late into the night again, whispering to myself, I can't be broken. I won't let her define me. Every line of code is proof I exist. The day I finalized the patent, I called Michael. It's done. Everything's ready. He chuckled. Excellent. Now don't just focus on work. Let yourself feel pride. You deserve it. I've been afraid of feeling too much, I admitted. Afraid it would remind me of her. Good fear, he said. It keeps you sharp. But don't let it freeze you. Channel it into creation, not destruction. I closed my eyes. I won't seek revenge, not yet. I'll focus on becoming someone she can't touch. That's wisdom, he said warmly. And when you're ready, the world will notice. That night, alone in Adam's couch, I finally let myself feel something other than despair. A spark of determination. A flicker of self-worth. I may have been nothing to her, I whispered into the dark room. But I'm building everything for myself. I'm alive. I'm capable. I'm mine. Adam peeked in. Coding marathon done? Not yet, I said, smiling faintly. But soon. Soon I'll prove that losing everything didn't destroy me. It created me. I stared at the ceiling, whispering softly to myself, I am nothing, and I will become everything. And for the first time in months, I felt alive again. I stared at my inbox, a slow smile spreading across my face. Adam, look at this. He leaned over. What is it? Companies are reaching out. Investors are calling. They want to partner with us. Adam grinned. Finally. You're back. I'm more than back, I said, fingers flying over the keyboard. I'm unstoppable now. 1 year had passed since Sophia destroyed me. 1 year of rebuilding, coding, pitching, staying awake while the world slept. And now the tide was changing. The phone rang. Ethan Cole? Yes. This is Michael. The last investor wants to increase funding. Your AI prototype impressed them. I laughed softly. Thank you. That's good news. He chuckled. Good? That's huge news. You're finally on the map. The world's noticing. I looked out the window. I didn't feel joy yet. Not fully. I had learned to temper my excitement. One success wasn't enough. I needed more. Meanwhile, Sophia's company was faltering. Rumors had spread that Daniel was siphoning funds. Clients pulled out quietly. Their biggest accounts vanished. I saw the first article online. Pierce Enterprises faces crisis amid alleged financial mismanagement. I whispered, finally, karma. Adam raised an eyebrow. You're enjoying this too much. I shook my head. I'm not enjoying. I'm observing. She never noticed my rise. Now she sees it everywhere. My name, my company, my interviews. Later that evening, my assistant whispered, Ethan, Sophia called our PR team. She wants to discuss collaboration. I laughed softly. She wants to discuss me. She's scared. She can't admit it, but she notices. Adam frowned. You shouldn't gloat. She's dangerous when cornered. I'm not gloating. I'm staying invisible. I act as if she doesn't exist. That's worse for her ego than any attack I could plan. At home, I watched one of my interviews. A tech channel had covered my AI launch. I noticed her face pop up on the screen for a split second. She paused the video, leaning forward. Her eyes were sharp, calculating, betrayed, and intrigued. I whispered to myself, she's watching. She can't help herself. Adam peeked in. You see that, huh? I nodded. Every glance matters. Every reaction counts. And she can't hide from it. The news kept coming. Another article. Coal innovations outpaces competitors in AI automation. I grinned quietly. She can't escape it. Every client she lost, every deal slipping away, my company is the shadow looming over her empire. Adam leaned back. You've changed, Ethan. 1 year ago you were broken. Now look at you. I've learned something, I said softly. Pain teaches you patience. Betrayal teaches you strategy. Losing everything teaches you how to fight silently. My phone buzzed. Another investor confirming a meeting. I typed back quickly, confirmed. I appreciate your trust. Adam shook his head. Don't let it go to your head. I won't, I said. I'm not here for pride. I'm here to prove I exist. That's all. Sophia, she sees it now. She notices. And she pretends she doesn't care. Adam smirked. Do you think she really doesn't? I shook my head. No, she's pretending. Every CEO hates losing. Especially when it's to someone she underestimated. And me. I was nothing to her once. Now I'm something she can't ignore. I returned to my laptop, reviewing projections, preparing pitches. I whispered to myself, I won't speak to her. I won't reach out. I'll stay focused. She'll crumble in her own mind before I ever touch her. Adam glanced at me. You're cold? I'm not cold. I'm alive. I've survived. I've built something from nothing. And now, I let the tables turn naturally. I watched the storm hit without moving a finger. That night, I checked my company dashboard one last time. Growth was steady. Investors were impressed. Clients were loyal. And somewhere, Sophia sat in her office, scrolling through my interviews, pretending she didn't care. I whispered into the dark room, calm and steady, I act as if she doesn't exist. And that will be her undoing. A year of pain had led to this quiet triumph. I didn't celebrate. I didn't gloat. I simply acknowledged that the world was shifting. And for the first time, I felt a balance returning. The tables had begun turning. And I was ready to stand while she fell. The message came in the middle of the day. Ethan, I want to meet. Business partnership discussion. Urgent. I stared at it. My first instinct was to delete. My second instinct was curiosity. I typed back, when and where? She replied immediately. Tomorrow 10 a.m. My office. Don't be late. I told Adam. He frowned. Why are you going? She destroyed you. I need to see it for myself, I said. And I want to hear her. Calmly. The next morning I walked into her sleek office. Everything looked pristine, expensive, untouchable. Sophia was there, dressed impeccably. Daniel's chair was empty. She forced a smile. Ethan, she said, voice tight but formal. Thank you for coming. I nodded. I'm here. Let's talk business. She gestured to the conference table. Please sit. I sat. Silence stretched. Then she spoke, voice brittle. Our company. Daniel has been siphoning funds. I didn't realize until last week. I raised an eyebrow. Really? Yes, she said, eyes flicking away. The investors are panicking. Clients are leaving. I'm losing control. I leaned back. Sounds familiar. She flinched. You don't understand. This is my empire. I built it. You didn't build it alone, I said softly. And you tried to destroy me when you thought I was nothing. That's not building. That's ruining. She looked down at her hands. I made mistakes. I thought I needed power more than anything. You did more than that. You destroyed trust. You destroyed love. But you didn't destroy me. Her eyes widened. You survived? I smiled faintly. You didn't destroy me. You created me. I'm stronger because of it. I don't seek revenge. Her lips trembled. I still need you. I need guidance. Partnership. Help me stabilize before it all collapses. I shook my head slowly. No, Sophia. I can't. You made your choices. You have to live with them. I'm done cleaning up the mess you made for your selfish gains. Tears formed in her eyes. Ethan, I love you. I've always loved you. I made mistakes, but I stood up. Love doesn't erase what you did. You can't bargain for forgiveness with words alone. She sobbed quietly, head in her hands. Please, just a chance. I'll do anything. I'm sorry. I took a step toward the door, stopping only to glance back. You had the chance to be honest. You didn't. You let greed, pride, and fear dictate your actions. You can't rewrite the past. Her shoulders shook. I turned fully. I'm gone, Sophia. From your life, your business, your games. You have to face the consequences alone. I walked out. The corridor echoed my footsteps. The air felt heavy with unspoken words. Behind me, I could hear her quiet crying, but I didn't look back. I didn't flinch. Outside, I exhaled slowly. My heart raced, but my mind was calm. The power I had lost for so long now felt mine again. I whispered to myself, "You didn't destroy me. You created me." Adam was waiting in the car. "Everything okay?" I leaned back in the seat. She begged for help. She cried. She said she still loves me. I walked away. "Strong?" he said quietly. "I don't feel strong," I admitted. "I feel free. I survived her storm. I survived her betrayal. And now I'm untouchable." Adam nodded. "You let her see she can't manipulate you anymore. That's real power." I thought about her tears, the way she admitted everything, and Daniel's betrayal. She's realizing, slowly, painfully, that she can't control the world anymore. She's losing everything, and there's no one to blame but herself. "Do you regret going?" Adam asked. "No," I said firmly. "Seeing her unravel, without my interference, it confirms what I've become. Calm, focused, untouchable." We drove in silence. The city blurred past, but my mind replayed her voice, her sobs, the moment she admitted her mistakes. I whispered, "I didn't walk in to save her. I walked in to see the truth. And I left untouched." She begged, but I chose me. Adam smiled faintly. "That's the Ethan I know." I exhaled, letting the tension leave my shoulders. She cried for me. She loved me. And I didn't break. I didn't fall. I walked away. I felt a strange calm settle in my chest. A storm had passed, but this time I was not the wreckage. I whispered softly, she begged for a meeting, and I walked out. Emotional tension exploded, but I survived it unbroken. Finally, I'm in control of me. I sat in my office when Adam rushed in. "Ethan, you need to see this." He shoved his phone into my hands. Headlines flashed across the screen. "Daniel Pierce disappears after embezzling millions." I stared. "So, he ran." Adam nodded. "He drained the accounts and vanished. Overseas maybe. It's chaos." I leaned back. The man she chose over me. The man she trusted. Adam exhaled. "Karma moves with slow feet, but it moves." Later that day I turned on the news. Reporters stood outside her building. "The company is collapsing under multiple investigations," one said. "Financial irregularities linked to former CEO Sophia Cole are coming to light." I whispered to myself, the fraud she framed me for. Adam looked at me. "They're finding documents." I nodded. "The same one she said I forged. Now they point back to her." He hesitated. "Do you feel bad?" "No," I said quietly. "This isn't revenge. I didn't cause it. I just stepped aside and let her own actions tear her down." My phone buzzed. "Sophia." Again. I didn't answer. She left a voicemail filled with panic. "Ethan, please call me back. Please." I deleted it. That night I got another call. Unknown number. I answered. Board member. He spoke urgently. "Mr. Cole, I know the history, but listen, she's being removed. She's being fired." My breath stayed steady. "I understand." He continued, "There are lawsuits. Bankruptcy filings. She may lose everything." "Thank you for telling me," I said. My voice was flat. When I hung up, Adam asked, "Are you okay?" "Yeah," I said. This was always going to happen." He nodded slowly. "She built her kingdom on lies. They're crashing now." The next week, the media erupted. Sophia Cole terminated as CEO. Fraud allegations intensify. Luxury assets seized. I watched silently. No joy, no satisfaction. Just the quiet weight of truth. I whispered to myself, I don't need revenge. Watching her world collapse is enough. Lucas called. "Ethan, man, this is crazy. Are you doing anything to her?" "No," I said calmly. "I'm just living my life." He sighed. "That's powerful. Most guys would burn everything down. You just waited." I shook my head. "I didn't wait. I rebuilt. And while I grew, she fell." Another voicemail. Sophia again. Her voice cracked. "Ethan, I need you. I don't know who else to call." I deleted it without listening further. Adam stared. "You won't talk to her? Not even once?" "No," I said. Conversation won't save her. And it won't heal me. He nodded. Fair. Later that evening, I sat alone in my office. No anger remained. Just peace. I remembered the day she ruined my life. The day she smiled while calling me a burden. The day she threw me out. And now, she was the one outside the gates, begging to be let back in. I whispered to myself, this is not revenge, this is truth. Another call came in. Sophia again. I let it ring. Adam glanced at me. You really won't answer? I already answered, I said. By walking away. He looked thoughtful. What do you think she wants now? She wants someone to blame. Someone to save her. Someone to confess to. But I'm not her rescue. Adam sat beside me. You survived her storm. She's drowning in her own. I nodded. Exactly. Days passed. The news got worse. Bankruptcy becomes official. She faces criminal charges. Shareholders sue for damages. I never spoke her name. I never reached out. I never gloated. That would have given her importance in my life. Lucas visited again. You know, he said, your silence hurts her more than revenge ever would. I shrugged. Silence is my closure. He looked impressed. You changed, man. I had to, I replied. To survive. That night I stared out the window at the city lights. My heart was steady. No shaking. No pain. No grief. Just acceptance. Sophia sent one last message. Ethan, please, don't ignore me. I lost everything. I don't know who I am anymore. I locked the screen and placed the phone down. I whispered, I know who I am. And that's enough. I didn't need to destroy her. Her kingdom destroyed itself. Her lies caught up. Her pride collapsed. Her betrayal came back to her, not by my hand but by life itself. That was my revenge. And I didn't lift a finger. I went to bed peacefully, knowing I had finally reached the point where silence was louder than any words I could ever speak. I didn't answer her call. I never will. The message was short. Meet me. Private. I need to speak. Tonight. I stared at it. Sophia. My chest tightened, but I didn't reply immediately. Adam noticed my hesitation. You going? He asked quietly. I have to, I said. For closure. Not for her. I drove to the small cafe she chose. When I arrived, she was already there, sitting alone at a corner table. Pale. Thin. Broken. The light caught her face and I barely recognized the woman who had once ruled my world. Ethan, she said, voice trembling. Thank you for coming. I pulled out a chair and Saturday, I'm listening. She swallowed, trying to steady herself. I need to apologize. For everything. For the lies, for the betrayal, for destroying the man who loved me the most. I watched her closely. Every word felt heavy with regret. You finally admit it, I said softly. Tears formed in her eyes. I loved power more than I loved you. And I regret it. I destroyed you. I should have cherished you, not thrown you away for my ambition. Her hands shook as she reached for mine, but I pulled back. I forgive you, I said calmly. She blinked. You forgive me? Yes, I said firmly. But not for you. For me. To free myself from the chains you tried to bind me with. I've moved on. I've grown. I'm not the man you broke. Her lips trembled. Ethan. Please give me another chance. I'll do anything. I'll prove myself. I still love you. I shook my head slowly. No. Love doesn't erase the past. You destroyed me first. You made choices that killed the man who trusted you completely. That man doesn't exist anymore. She lowered her head, crying openly. Please. I can't bear this. I thought you'd forgive me. You thought wrong, I said softly. I've built myself from the ruins you left behind. You gave me nothing but pain and I turned it into strength. That's who I am now. She sniffled, her face buried in her hands. I never realized how much I lost. How much I hurt you. How much I loved you and still do. I hear you, I said quietly. And I understand the regret. But I am no longer yours to claim. You can't rewrite the past, Sophia. You can't undo the choices you made. She looked up, eyes pleading. But I want another chance. Just one. I leaned back, voice steady. No. I will not be part of your game again. I am done being the man you broke. You destroyed me first. But that made me who I am. Stronger. Clear. Untouchable. Tears streamed down her cheeks. I don't deserve this, do I? You deserve the consequences of your choices, I said calmly. And nothing else. I am free. And that is enough. She nodded weakly, sobbing quietly, unable to speak further. I sat there for a moment, watching the woman I once loved crumble under the weight of her actions. No anger. No satisfaction. Just quiet understanding. The cafe door opened. Mia stepped in, her calm presence grounding me. She gave a small nod, as if silently asking if I was ready. I should go, I said softly to Sophia. She whispered, Ethan. I shook my head gently. There's nothing left to say. Goodbye, Sophia. I stood. She remained seated, silent, tears falling freely. I turned and walked toward Mia. She fell into step beside me, silent support at my side. No words were necessary. Her presence reminded me of how far I'd come, of the healing I had embraced. Outside, the night air felt fresh against my face. I inhaled deeply, letting the tension of years finally leave my chest. Mia didn't speak, and I didn't need her to. I had carried my pain alone for so long. Now, I carried it with someone who simply understood. I whispered quietly to myself, she destroyed me, but that made me who I am. The city lights shimmered in the distance. I walked forward, past the ruins of a love and betrayal that once defined me. Past the woman who tried to erase me. I was alive. Whole. Free. Strong. And I no longer needed her validation. I glanced at Mia, offering a faint smile. She returned it with calm understanding. Together we stepped into the night, leaving behind everything I had lost, and everything I had become. The man Sophia broke no longer existed. I was reborn. I sit in my office, sunlight spilling across the desk, and for the first time in years, I breathe without the weight of fear pressing down on me. My journey, it's been a long, twisted path. Pain, betrayal, humiliation, nights that stretched endlessly, filled with nightmares and panic attacks. I remember those first moments when Sophia's words pierced my soul, calling me a burden, while plotting my ruin. I remember the shame of being falsely accused, the media mocking my name, employees leaving, my life collapsing around me. And I remember the feeling of being nothing, truly erased. Adam sits across from me, glancing at my screen. You look calm. I nod slowly. I am. I finally arrived at the point where I don't need to fight her, don't need to prove anything to anyone. I'm just me. He leans back. It's strange, isn't it? How the same woman who broke you is the reason you're standing here so strong. I smile faintly. I wouldn't call it strange. I call it inevitable. Pain taught me patience. Betrayal taught me strategy. Losing everything taught me resilience. And surviving it all taught me how to love myself. Adam grins. I knew you'd make it. I shake my head. It wasn't about making it for anyone else. Not for Michael, not for the investors, not even for you. It was about me. I finally chose me. I think back to the moments of numbness. Homeless, broken, staying in Adam's tiny apartment, panic attacks keeping me awake at night. I remember staring at the ceiling, asking myself, was I really nothing? And slowly Dr. Mia came into my life. Quiet, calm, persistent. She never judged, never rushed me. She guided me to confront my pain, not hide from it. You're not your failures, she told me. You are the man who survives them. Those words became a mantra. And I survived. I think of Lucas stopping by occasionally, reminding me I mattered. Even small encouragements felt like lifelines. I rebuilt myself, line by line, idea by idea. I poured all the love I had once given Sophia into myself, into my work, into my mind, into my growth. Michael's investment gave me stability. I registered my company, polished my prototype, and watched as it flourished. I didn't focus on revenge. I focused on creation, on strength, on being someone Sophia could never touch again. And then karma unfolded naturally. Daniel ran away with millions. Sophia's company collapsed. Fraud she had tried to pin on me was exposed. She lost everything: status, power, name, influence. I never lifted a finger. I didn't gloat. I didn't call. I just watched quietly, knowing that watching her unravel in her own world was the truest form of revenge. She tried to reach me, begged for guidance, admitted she loved me, cried, pleaded. And I forgave, not for her sake but for mine. To release the last chain she had wrapped around my heart. But I did not return. I did not let her back. Mia's presence by my side has been constant. Silent support, a reminder that healing is not instant, but it is possible. With her, I learned to trust again, to laugh, to live without looking over my shoulder. She never replaced what I lost, but she helped me reclaim myself. I glance at the framed photo on my desk. My team, my company, small but thriving, smiling faces full of hope and ambition. This is the life I built from nothing. This is my proof that I matter. I reflect on my journey, realizing the truth: revenge isn't destroying others. Revenge isn't making them suffer. True revenge is becoming someone they can never destroy again. And I have done that. I am untouchable. Not because I'm invincible, but because I've rebuilt my heart, my mind, my life. Sophia lives quietly now, her name whispered in the halls of failed deals and shattered reputation. She faces consequences. She pays for her choices. I feel no satisfaction in her suffering. Only acknowledgement that life has its own balance, and she reaped what she sowed. I take a deep breath and smile. I have peace. I have strength. I have clarity. I'm not haunted by her anymore. I'm not defined by what she took from me. I am defined by what I have built for myself. Adam glances at me. You've come a long way. I have, I admit. And I will continue. Because this is only the beginning of the life I choose, not the one I'm forced into. I walk to the window, the city lights shimmering in the distance. The reflection staring back at me is someone I barely recognize. A man who was broken, betrayed, humiliated, and yet he survived. He grew. He learned. He chose himself. Mia is waiting quietly by the door. I nod to her and together we step out. Her silence is comforting, a reminder that not all support comes with words. Some of it is just presence. Some of it is quiet faith in what you've become. I whisper softly, almost to myself, I chose me. And in doing so, I finally love myself. The nights of heartbreak, the panic, the tears, they all shaped me. They didn't destroy me. They forged me. And now, I walk forward without fear, without resentment, fully alive. I smile faintly at the thought, letting the words settle deep into my chest. She tried to destroy me, but she destroyed her own heart. And I rebuilt mine. I feel complete, whole, free, stronger, wiser. And finally, at long last, I am at peace. The man she thought she broke, he is unbreakable. I exhale slowly, letting the weight of the past slip away. The future is mine. And I will continue to live, to grow, to love myself. She tried to destroy me. And in the end, she only built the man I became.